Caritas Uganda was founded in 1970 and is the overall coordinating body for the socio-economic development of the Uganda Episcopal Conference. The agency's main functions are in areas of social services, development, and advocacy, with the main goal of providing emergency relief and rehabilitation by improving community livelihood, promoting good governance, enhancing organizational development, and peace building. Since its inception, Caritas Uganda has always given a special concern to humanitarian assistance campaigns that significantly impact the livelihood of the valuables. Through its humanitarian role in BIDIBIDI refugee settlement in Yumbe district, Uganda is hosting over 1 million refugees, according to the United High Commission for Refugees 2021, with about 245,632 of them settled in the BIDIBIDI refugee settlement, the largest in Uganda.
As Caritas Uganda, we have been in BIDIBIDI settlement since 2016, following the influx of refugees from South Sudan into Uganda. From 2016, we have been in the emergency stage through the development stage where we are now.
This rapid influx of refugees has put pressure on key facilities and services. In consideration of the existing challenges, Caritas Uganda presents the effectiveness of vocational and community-based skills training in solving unemployment for refugees and host communities in BIDIBIDI.
We are doing what we call an integrated humanitarian program, focusing on food security, focusing on nutrition. We train the refugees also some skills so that they can earn decent income and become self-reliant.
Last year, I get a training through Caritas Uganda from Gulu, aquaculture, about the fish farming, the fish pond. We done the training like for 3 months there.
And we were brought to the field to come and do the practical part of it. And I've managed to do it. Then we were taken back for our DIT papers, where we have completed. When we were coming back, we were given our fingerlings, and probably we are soon to start harvesting them for selling.
That money, I want to get, maybe when I get that money, another money we can go and buy another fingerling also to continue.
We also share with those who are having the interest. We give them that privilege of entering into the farm. They look around and walk around and ask questions, and we answer them.
With generous financial support from Caritas Denmark, Caritas Internationalis, and Caritas Norway, the intervention is aimed at turning around the situation of unemployment among the youths and empowering the unskilled youths with a better future and career prospects. Youths who are non-passionate about agriculture are offered non-agriculture skills through a 6-month vocational training for alternative income generation and a 3-month community-based skills training for adolescents and women who are not qualified to go for a 6-month training. These beneficiaries are also given startup kits to prepare them to start their own businesses.
Because Caritas has brought this training, and I was not having anything to do, but because of what they have done for us, I am one of the beneficiaries with Caritas, especially in knitting team. The profit that we get out of it, we share it to help us in the family.
It has also reduced the domestic violence at home, because by this time you find we women, we shall be at home, we are waiting for something from our husbands, but they don't have something, that one it will cause violence. But now if we come here, we keep ourselves busy, someone will come and buy, at the end of the day you go back at home with something that the family will feed on.
Besides that, we have a group that we also train on how to read and write, that is under functional adult literacy. The reason for this, we want them at the end of the day to get some knowledge so that when they want to seek for treatment, there is nobody to interpret for them. They can interpret for themselves And then they should also use the same knowledge in order to improve on their households.
My work here is to teach the FAL, the women, to know how to read and write. We are given guidance how to train those adult people. They have to know how to read and write their names, and they know how to communicate to any other person, like a personnel of Caritas camp, who will not be calling somebody to interpret, but they will rather explain why they are here and why are they needed for.
Before I was in level 1, by then I was in now level 2. When I was in level 1, I don't know how to write, read, even talking in front of people, I cannot be able. By now I'm in level 2. I will be able to write and read, writing my name. When I was being taken out for meetings, no need of writing. No, somebody cannot write my name, I will be able to write my name.
We have to make them how to calculate simple arithmetic, which is a mathematics, for them to know how to calculate, to subtract money, or to add, or to divide among themselves when there is money. And on top of what they are in the teaching, they have to add business skills for them to know how to manage businesses at their various places. And the other thing is also we are teaching them how to know the hygiene at home.
As the World Food Program continues to cut down food ration and cash benefits in refugee settlements, Caritas Uganda, together with the Office of the Prime Minister in BIDIBIDI settlement in Yumbe district, launched a campaign for the refugees to start growing their own food.
Because of this ratio in food cut, some of them are scared, some are returning to South Sudan, but those who are here, very interestingly, have fully embraced farming. And we are thinking the best thing we can do is to support them through block farming. And in our interest as Caritas Uganda, we thought maybe every household that we are supporting should be able to get at least 1 acre of land.
We've trained our farmers groups on how to set a nursery bed. We have 2 nursery sites. One is in Lori Sub-County. Then we also have another site in Odrabo for the host communities of Odrabo.
We had trainings with the farmers done by Caritas. So this time around, they have been giving us the seedlings that we grow on nursery bed to be planted. If you can go home door to door, you can find at least 5 or more trees planted in people's compounds. Farmers at homes, they are now exercising that by putting their own nursery beds of trees.
Of course, planting trees, some intervention for climate change, and how they came up with the types of the trees. We did some enterprise selection for them first, so that we give them what they want.
The project component of agriculture production, agro-processing, packaging, storage and marketing, promotion of sustainable livelihoods and adoption to climate change. This has impacted livelihood by solving the problem of food ration reduction. The majority of refugees are now able to raise adequate food to support their families through farming.
We are introduced to growing in lines so that you can plant 2 or more crops in the same field. That is like when you plant bananas in lines, and between the banana plantations you can plant greens, you can plant fruits, so that the land don't remain idle. As the trees are growing up, you are keeping on getting money on the land.
Caritas also support the community of this village by giving animals like cow, those who are ox plus, which support them in terms of farming and so on.
Village savings and loans associations are formed for the groups alongside training farmers to benefit them economically.
We have trained this also our farmers group on VSLA, that is village savings. Like it was in the judgment, each group has to be in VSLA, so that the little money they get, they have to save it, also to promote them.
Right now, I'm keeping my money and saving so that I can buy anything. As I'm talking, I've bought 3 iron seats now. I know this coming year I'll buy some which will lead me to build a very new house for myself.
Caritas also went so far and supporting the POCs, those who are PSNs with their poultry keeping, more special last year and this year, where most of the people benefited on it, and which is also a very good initiative which supports the community of Village 1.
Caritas Uganda, together with other Caritas agencies around the world and its partners, implemented the water, sanitation and hygiene projects in BIDIBIDI by providing access to clean and safe water, sanitation and hygiene by building latrines and bathing shelters for households.
Caritas also went far to train more community members on waste part, more especially last year, where it also constructed many latrines to the PSNs, which is a very good initiative which had been changing the community in the village. Went to the still on walls. Caritas also support us with their water source, which support the actual water source which we use. Now the water had been improved compared to the previous time.
Pump installation of water at Swinga 2 alongside water tanks that extend water to villages of refugees and host communities have intensely changed the hygiene and sanitation of refugees in the settlement.
And because of our intervention, a good number of refugees have realized change into their lives. The ones that have come basically with nothing, most of them lost their property when they were in South Sudan. But with our intervention at Caritas Uganda, we have been able to contribute in changing the lives of these refugees, putting a smile on their faces so that at the end of the day, their rights can be respected. They can fully realize what we call their human dignity.
So I'm giving you people thanks so much for the chance that has been given for us.
And we are so grateful with Caritas with what they have done.
Caritas has done a lot. This is not the only project that Caritas is doing, but they are having a lot of projects, and if God can open for them way to lob up for more funds so that they will support the refugees, it would be actually a good thing.